my fellow readers, and welcome to my favorite manga and light novels of 2023. I I've decided to not just be on camera talking about them. I'm going to build a little social media post and put my top 5 of each in that way. And I just think it'll be a nice way to show them off without needing to have all of the books in front of me. So I'm going to do it this way. And let's just get started because I want to talk about these books. Here we go. So for my light novels, I think I'm going to start with one that kind of took me by surprise and was kind of a blend of My Happy Marriage, which I really love, and Sugar Apple Fairy Tale, which of course I really love, and that might be spoilerific. But the first one is Maiden of the Needle. It is soft, it's romantic, it's a fairy tale. I really enjoyed Volume 1. I cannot wait to read Volume 2 and see if I still like it. But at this point, without getting too deep into the weeds, I'm rooting for the characters. I really enjoyed it. I hope it stays as good as Volume 1 because I really enjoyed Volume 1. And I can't wait to see what happens. So the next one is a series that I've enjoyed for a very, very long time, but I did not start reading the light novel version of it until this year, and I just discovered that it is just as good and enjoyable as the anime was to me years before, and that is Spice and Wolf. I love the characters. I love the story. I love the plot line. I like that you have kind of a soft introduction to economics with every volume, but as well as a soft romance that is just delightful. I love it very much. Next is one that I really fell in love with and just has a lot of the romance vibes that sometimes I want to relax to and can be very fluffy but also thought-provoking, and that is Sugar Apple Fairy Tale. I love that one immensely, and yes, would just highly recommend that series, and it's got a great anime too. And then there is one that I was enjoying the manga very much, but then finally this year started to read the light novels and find that I love them maybe more than the manga, and that is I Swear I Won't Bother You Again, which has just been so enjoyable to me. And again, I would highly, highly recommend it. I mean, honestly, with I Swear I Won't Bother You Again, it takes like second chance romance to a whole new level. It is just really, really good. And then the last one I'm going to put on here. And again, this is nothing against any of the other light novels I read this year. In fact, I enjoyed most of them, and if not all, and I would highly recommend giving them a try. If any of them sounded interesting, then I would say yes, go ahead and read them, because I had a great time with light novels this year. But this one, I think especially, also just hit this spot that I just loved so much. It's humorous, it's romantic, it's got great art in there. I don't know. This and I Swear I Won't Bother You Again have been so good. Actually, again, all of these just hit all of the things that I love. But my final light novel choice is Seventh Time Loop. I will keep talking about this series because I really, really love it. And then there you have it, my top 5 light novels. Now moving right along, we will get into my favorite manga. So I think we're going to start my top manga with a completed manga that kind of just like took my heart and was like squeezing as I read it, but I loved it and it felt so authentic and emotionally real that I can't help but be like, yes, I want this in my top 5 because I would recommend this to so many people and I think they'd enjoy it. And that was Story of Seven Lives. It's the cat manga. I love cats. And it was just really, it was a sweet story that I would recommend to pretty much anybody. I see a few in here that I'm like, oh, maybe I should have put that in, but no, I'll be good. Next, I think we'll go with one that I see a lot of potential in. I have not gotten to read the other volumes yet. I think there's only like one or two other volumes released, but I think had such a high emotional impact with volume 1. I have not gotten to review this series yet. I am going to probably after I read at least the second volume, but the first one just had, I don't know, just this impact that I wasn't expecting, but that I loved and I appreciated. And it's Sunbeams in the Sky. This is a shoujo manga where there are two twins, and the one, I think she was looking forward to school. Like she's very like outgoing, originally looking forward to everything, and then she ends up assaulted and ends up from the trauma staying at home, unable to kind of go out and interact with anybody. But she has her twin sister who kind of asks her to cover for her. I don't remember why. I'll probably do a reread before I end up doing the review. And so then she disguises herself as her sister and attends school for the first time in I don't know how long. The two sisters, I think, were going to separate schools, so like they don't realize that there's twins at first, I think, if I'm remembering correctly. And it's just her learning to interact with people and seeing that she can do it, and I don't know, trauma recovery as well. Like it deals with trauma recovery, it deals with just relating to other people, and I just thought it was interesting that it had that spin and that take, because it is something that people have to deal with, but showing it in this form, and I thought it was really good. So I'm hoping the rest of the series is also good. I do think it's going to end up spinning into just a romance, but it had an impactful beginning, so I would say that was one of my favorite reads from this year. Next, I'll go with one of my darker picks. This is one that I love the artwork. I love how dark the story is. I have no idea how it's going to end, but I'm enjoying the ride as I go, and that is Phantom Tales of the Night. I don't know, the episodic tales, but then combined with this overarching story, are just so engaging. I enjoy it very, very much, and so I cannot wait to see where this goes. And I think we're getting closer to an ending, but I'm not really sure. And next is a shonen love story, but one that I just think is so sweet. I hope it doesn't drag on for too long, because I know there's quite a few volumes. I think it's up to 11 published here. But I do just enjoy, I like the characters, I like how soft it is, and that's Kubo Won't Let Me Be Invisible. It was so sweet. It has your main character, who a lot of people overlook and forget is there, but Kubo, who is her right here, she always sees him, and she is secretly in love with him. Or not so secretly to a lot of people, but he kind of doesn't understand it, and you know, just has issues taking the next step because he doesn't feel like he's worthy enough, that nobody notices him, so why does she? And it's just really cute. It's a really cute love story. And then my final pick for the manga top 5, I don't think is shocking. It is one that I very, very much enjoy and just love going back to, like, anytime there's a new volume. And that is Toilet Bound Hanako-kun, which had taken a very, very dark turn that I think works. Like, you definitely want to know what's happening with these characters and where the story is going to turn out. So, very simple, but that is my favorite manga and light novels for 2023. I will say I didn't do a separate thing for this, but I kind of wish I did, and that would be for more of the manhwa. I like a lot of the Korean comics that have been released. My favorite probably from 2023 is Villains Are Destined to Die. I did not expect to love that series as much as I did, but I do. I love it. And then is it Who Made Me a Princess? I really like that one. And then My Gently Raised Beast. I would recommend The Beginning After the End. That was another one that kind of took me by surprise, and I've very much enjoyed. I feel like maybe I should have done a top 5 for them as well. I'm trying to think what my final one would be. I feel like both Raeliana and the other one were out. Like, I was reading them actively, I think, the year before. But I do also enjoy them very much. But yeah, we'll just go with the top 4 I just said being like favorites from this year for more of like the Korean comics, with Villains Are Destined to Die being like my top recommended one. That one I super, super enjoy that one. And I actually have a new volume that I need to get into. But that is it for this video. Until next time, and here's hoping for a great 2024. Bye.